Hello everybody, it's Monday. How are you doing today? Did you survive the weekend? I hope so. Hope everybody's healthy, happy, and well, as crazy as I am, maybe. Hey Viv, you want to say hello? No, just gonna go licking. Think she was a Republican or something, going around licking. Anyway, hang on. Hello. How you doing? So, I want to talk about Trump's peace deal, because that's how he's thinking about it. His peace deal. But I don't understand, maybe because I'm not an American, I don't understand why America needs to be involved. It's nice that they lend a hand. Canada's doing the same. So is the EU, so is the UK, so is Australia, Spain, Germany, France. Even Turkey. They're all lending a hand. Why is it that Trump needs to be in there? And what's with this deadline for Thanksgiving? Lord knows he's got nothing to be thankful for, that's for sure. The dirt that he's done. But anyway, newcomers, welcome. We're building this channel a little bit, and I'm kind of proud of it. And you can thank my hangers-on, because they're the ones that got me here over the last few years. Growing a lot faster in the last, 4 months than it has. But that's all thankful to my hangers-on. Loving me, liking me, sharing me, and subscribing. Very important. Leaving a comment. Some say, I'm putting a lot on you people, I really am. Some say 7 words, I don't know. 7 and 13 are lucky numbers for me. I don't know. So we'll see. But there's that. So let's get back to the topic at hand. This Ukrainian-Russian peace deal. He said he's going to create peace again. Well, you know what? He hasn't created peace in Gaza. Because you know what? To have a peace treaty, the 2 fucking countries involved would be the 2 that need to be on the paper. And guess what? The Palestinians nor the Israelis are on that thing. Everybody and his goddamn brother's on that peace agreement, but not those 2. The 2 that are trying to kill each other. Figure that out. And see, our minister here in Canada, she said, you can't put a deal on the table with Russia and Ukraine without Ukraine at the table. You can't put Ukraine on the table without Ukraine being at the table. And that's what all these peace talks have been. And now, the sneaky snakes, they've been working on something in Florida with Kirill Dmitriev. I don't know how to pronounce it. Something Dev. But Kirill. And he's involved in all this Bitcoin and shit too, with the Trump lumps and Wicca fuck off. So, I don't know what they're scheming. But when I seen the peace talks in Geneva, who's sitting at the table? Jared friggin' Kushner. Jared Kushner. Now what the hell is in this for him? Certainly not another $2 billion. And I think Kirill Dmitriev, whatever, I think he is also involved with the Saudis and the Israelis. So I'm thinking that he's getting props from the Middle East, Russia of course. But it just hit my heart weird when I seen the Ukrainian, I don't know if he was a general, senior officer anyway, when I seen him starting to talk about this could be a good deal. I'm thinking, how much are you getting paid to sell out your country? It just hit me wrong, and it just made me think that, ooh, something's amiss. Something's amiss. So you got Kushner, you got this Kirill Dmitriev, and you got I'm just going to call him Kirill because it like fish. But he's going on this senior camp saying this could be good for Ukraine. How the hell can it be good? That's not a peace deal. What this is a surrender deal. That's what this is. You know, like the Japanese signed after World War II, like Germany signed. Yeah, that's a surrender deal. They want Ukraine to limit the number of soldiers they're ever going to have. They're going to limit the number of weapons they're allowed to use. But it's a sovereign country. How is that a sovereign country when somebody else is dictating what your country can and can't have? How is that sovereign? Are they going to have to sing the Russian and Ukrainian national anthem at the big game? Is that what they're going to have to do too? How much are they going to pay Putin? Oh, because he's taken Luhansk, he's taken the Donetsk, and he's taking Zaporizhia. They don't even have those areas. They made, I think in the last almost 4 years, they've gained what, 2 miles? So how do they get to take that away from Ukraine? And then tell them that they're not allowed to join NATO. I think one of the first things on that peace treaty should be, they said, well, put sovereign country at the top. You know, that's a crock of shit. What should be at the top of that list is you bring back those 20,000 children that you stole. How about that? Put the kids first. They're the ones that are going to be running the countries next. Bring them back to their mamas and their country. Bring them back. That should be number one. Russia should be laying down arms and places they don't own and get all the way out. Lay down your arms and fuck off and go home with your tails between your legs, because apparently you're useless as soldiers. It's pretty bad when you gotta build your army up with more useless soldiers that have never fought in a war. They've only had war games with each other. They don't know how the rest of the world really works in those types of scenarios, and I'm not going to say I'm an expert because I'm not, but I did do a bunch of reading on warfare and stuff because my husband used to be Army before he went to Air Force. So he knows a little bit about that and munitions and stuff. So where they get off telling Ukraine that they can only have so many soldiers, they can't join, that's a surrender. That is not a peace agreement. And they want them to give back a bunch of armament that they're not ever going to be able to be allowed to use again. Remember that this happened when they gave back all their nuclear power to Russia. And that would be the end of it. They'll be a sovereign country now. They gave up the weapons, so we'll leave you alone. Until 10 years pass and we got 2014 shows up, there goes Crimea. So they brokered their peace deal, if that's what you want to call it. And 2022 rolls around, or 2021, 22. Anyway, that rolls around, and here we are. We end up with this crap that's going on now. They invaded again. They don't have any guarantees for Ukraine. Ukraine's out in the cold once again. They have to give up everything and get nothing. I think Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, and for fuck's sake, Jared Kushner, whatever the name of Christ he's doing there, get him out of there. Because you know the Abraham Accords went so well, right? You see the people that the Israelis in the West Bank are slaughtering people. Yeah. How'd that work out for you? Big deal. You got your capital cities in Jerusalem. That's where your embassy is now. Woohoo. And that's only, what, because Trump money paid for that? The American people's money is paying for everything. And I still think in my heart of hearts, for entertainment purposes only, that all this stuff going on with Ukraine and the stuff that's starting to come out in the Epstein files, I think it's going to come out that Trump is funding Russia because Russia has no money. And now getting back to the Thanksgiving Day, that's when he wants this war settled and the peace agreement signed. Thanksgiving. Come out in the news that Russia is broke. They're down to, oil prices are down to under $36 a barrel. Ukraine's blowing the shit out of everything that has power for Russia. There's no gas lines for kilometers at a time, miles. But I think Trump promised Putin something in Ukraine, or in Alaska rather, because there's no way Trump would ever go to Ukraine. He's too chicken shit. The same with Vance. He talks a good game about being a soldier, and I was a Marine. Yeah, well, go act like one. Go and help out soldiers. Why don't you go and visit and give them some moral support? How about you do that? Nobody's asking you to strap on a pair of combat boots again. But how about you go and support them? You won't even go and visit, but you say you know everything? You know, fuck all. You're a namby-pamby. That's what you are. And the same with Trump. Every other world leader has gone to Kyiv, but not him. Because he's too chicken. That's why he got 5 deferments. And his grandfather was a coward. He got thrown out of the country for not serving because he was a coward. And Trump's father was a coward. Trump's a coward. The Trump lumps are cowards. They'll never fight for the country. All they want to do is suck America's tit. That's what they want to do. Suck America's tit dry. Because you notice who's making all the money and then telling you you have to put up with it? Yeah, it's nobody that looks like you and I. It's nobody that looks like us. It's all them rich bastards telling you you can't have Medicaid, you can't have SNAP, you can't have WIC. All these guys, if they got together, they could put up a food bank nationwide to feed every man, woman, and child that's hungry in the United States, and they could do it at the snap of a finger, and they could do it overnight. They're all so fucking selfish and so quick to tell you what you can and you can't have. Everybody's got their little empty bowl of porridge. Please, sir, I need more. And what does he do? He said, he kicks you, knocks you over, steals your bowl, and then tells you to fuck off. Everybody's going, oh, let them eat cake. No, he gets to say, you can eat shit. Let them eat shit because there's no money to make a cake. There you go. Anyway, so yeah, I think this Ukraine deal's a fix. I think it's bullshit. It was thought up at every one of those points are Russian made because that's what they first brought out last year. And Rubio said, oh, my work's done here. That's what he said. So anyway, that's what's going on there. So I'm going to leave this here because my husband's home and Vivi's trying to get at the car. I love you all. Take care of you first. Love me, like me, share me. And don't forget to subscribe. I love you.